You're live.
Awesome. All right. Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Sarah Spencer, and I'm the graduate and transfer recruiter for La Sierra University. Today, I'm just going to touch on some information about our application process, our ADT information, transfer equivalencies, and then we'll also go over tuition and financial aid as well. If any of you have questions regarding financial estimates or the application process or anything like that after the presentation, I will be posting my contact information, so feel free to get in touch with me at any time. All right, so let's go over some information about La Sierra. We are located in Riverside, just off the 91 freeway near Corona. We are a small private Christian university, but we do accept students from all faith and religious backgrounds. We have around 2,000 students in total. That includes our graduate and undergraduate population. For our undergrad students, we do have around 60 majors, and none of them are impacted. And our average class size is going to be around 20 students. All of our undergrad students have both a faculty and academic advisor that work with you throughout your degree program. And your advisor basically is just there to ensure that you're getting the classes that you need in order to finish your degree program within 2 years. And for those of you interested in going into healthcare in particular, we do also have a dedicated pre-health advisor on our campus to help you meet the requirements and get the classes that you need to get accepted into any healthcare program. We also have a really close relationship with Loma Linda University. So for anyone that is interested in possibly attending Loma Linda someday, La Sierra could be a good option for you because Loma Linda's recruiters actually advise our pre-health students, so they get to know our students and they can assist them throughout the application process. I just want to list here some student resources that we have available. I'm not going to go over all of these, but if anyone does have questions about them, I can always answer questions at a later time. We do have a career center, and the one I really want to point out is the Student Financial Services Office. They are available to our students to answer any questions that they have about FAFSA or scholarships, any other financial aid questions that you have. They can assist you with your financial aid each quarter to make sure that you're filling out all of the paperwork correctly and to make sure that all of it is being applied to your account correctly. We also have a library, a writing center that can assist you with research and writing papers, gym facilities, health services, and counseling services. We also have on and off campus housing, student life, and an athletics and intramurals department. So now we'll go ahead and touch on some application information. Our application process at La Sierra is really quick and easy. The first step is to complete the free online application. You can find our online application on our website by visiting lasierra.edu/apply. And we do not have an application deadline, so you can apply anytime. The second step is to submit the application requirements, and I'll go ahead and go over those in a little bit more detail on the next slide. And then once you submit your application and the admission requirements, then your application is reviewed by the admissions office and an admissions decision is made. So here's a list of our admission requirements. You must have completed at least 8 semester or 12 quarter units with a 2.0 GPA. We also require that you submit official high school and college transcripts, but I do want to point out that for those of you coming in with an associate's degree, or if you've completed more than 60 semester or 88 quarter units, you do not need to submit the high school transcript. And then for our incoming ADT students, there's another additional form that you have to fill out. It's called the intent to enroll form, but it's a really simple form. It only takes about 5 minutes to fill that out. And then I also want to point out that ADT students do not need to submit the high school transcripts. They only need to submit the official college transcripts. Also on our website is a list of transfer equivalencies. For anyone that is really interested in transferring to La Sierra, I highly recommend that you take a look at the equivalencies listed on our website. These are the equivalencies taken at California community colleges in California, and it would show you how they would transfer to La Sierra and which classes wouldn't transfer to La Sierra. Here is a link to our website where you can find that information. I highly recommend, like I said, for anyone that is interested in transferring, that you go ahead and check that out. And if you have any questions about how classes could possibly transfer, you can always reach out to me at another time. All right, so now let's talk about our Associate Degree for Transfer program. So for those of you coming in with an ADT, you have the ability to complete your similar degree program at La Sierra in 2 years. As an ADT student, you enter La Sierra as a junior and you only need to take the core classes required for your major. We do accept 21 ADTs, and listed on our website is a list of all of the ADTs that we do accept. And if anyone has any questions about any of the ADTs, you can always reach out to me at any time. All right, so now we'll, to finish up here, we'll just quickly review our tuition and financial aid information. So here is an overview of the tuition and fees for 2 different types of students that we have on campus. The first is those that commute to campus. The total tuition and fees for them is just over $34,000 for the year. And if you decide to live in one of our on-campus housing options, then the total tuition and fees is around $43,000. The price for the on-campus students does include dorm fees and meals in the cafeteria. One thing that I do want to go ahead and point out is that this is the cost before any scholarships or financial aid is applied. And I'll go ahead and touch on those briefly on the next slide. Just to kind of give you an idea, our average student qualifies for around $15,000 in financial aid. So the cost that you see reflected on the slide will go down pretty significantly, or could go down pretty significantly depending on what you qualify for. Around 95% of our undergrad students do qualify for financial assistance while at La Sierra. We offer various types, including university scholarships. We have around 40 university scholarships that are based on either need or merit that our transfer students can qualify for. We do also offer the federal and state aid. If you have any external scholarships that you were awarded, then we can work with those to make sure that that amount is reflected on your account. And then we are also a yellow ribbon program. So we do provide financial assistance to veterans. And we do have a dedicated yellow ribbon representative on campus that can answer any questions that you have about yellow ribbon and how to receive those benefits. If anyone would like to receive a financial aid estimate and get a better idea of how much it would cost for you to attend La Sierra, you can always contact me. You can call me or send me an email and I can prepare a financial estimate for you. All right, so we are at the end. If you guys do have any other questions, you can always check out our website, which is going to be lasierra.edu. If you scan the QR code, that's also going to take you directly to our website where we do have some additional helpful information. And then all of my contact information is listed here on the website. So if you guys have questions regarding classes, transfer requirements, the financial estimate, or anything else, feel free to call. You can also email me or text me anytime. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I think I'm next up. I'm going to share my screen here. All right. My name is Leanne Gonzalez. I'm one of the assistant directors of enrollment at the University of Redlands School of Business. I am going to be covering our Bachelor's of Science in Business degree for the School of Business, but I did want to mention that we have 2 different programs on campus. We have our College of Arts and Science, which has these academic programs that are listed. My colleague Kylie is going to be covering these, and she's going to be the next presenter. So I just wanted to bring to your attention, there are 2 different programs, and I'm going to be talking about our Bachelor's of Science in Business program within the School of Business. So our School of Business students typically are working full-time. They have family commitments. So our program is unique where it's allowing students to fulfill their professional, their family life, and then also fulfill their educational goals as well. Here are a few of our statistics and rankings. We're WASC and ACBS SP accreditation, which means we're a trustworthy institution. We recently got ranked number 5 in the best colleges in the Western region universities. And another statistic that we're highly proud of is 90% of our graduates would recommend the School of Business. So our alumni not only refer students, but they do give back. And here is just an example of some of the industries that our alumni students come from. This allows our students to network and develop relationships within their colleagues with our smaller class sizes, which I'll go into more. But we've seen students who are coming from different industries, they pair up with another student and then start their own businesses. So this is something that we're proud of, and our alumni really do contribute to our program. We do have different campus locations for our Bachelor's of Science in Business degree. So depending on our students, it's pretty flexible. If our students are working, if they reside in a different city, if they move, they can still continue their education. So our classes are going to be from 6 to 10 p.m. So if a student is, perhaps they live in Redlands, but they work in Riverside, they can actually, go to that campus location and take their classes there so that they don't have to worry about any kind of commute or traffic. If they decide a semester later that they would like to switch to the Redlands campus, they can. So it's flexible in the sense that they can still complete the Bachelor's of Science in Business program and follow that same plan. The only difference might be is that they have a different date or a different day of the week that it's designated. So here is our design with you in mind. So again, our classes are built for those that cannot be on campus, throughout the day. It's going to be that one night a week from 6 to 10 p.m. We do guarantee classes, so we're going to keep you on track to graduate on the time frame that you set up to graduate. So say you go to register for a course and that course is full, we will open up another cohort so that you stay on track to graduate and stick with your schedule. There are no application fees, no English prereqs. All that we ask is that you have 40 transferable credits with a C or better and a 2.0 GPA. So how it works, to obtain your Bachelor's of Science in Business degree, you do need 120 credits to graduate. So our program is going to give you 60 credits. That is why we require our students to at least come in with a minimum of 40 credits. If you have more, great. We also have your course waivers. So if you are currently taking or have taken college algebra, statistics, economics, or accounting and have received a C or better, then those classes or courses will be waived from our program. So here's an example of our schedule. So I don't know, I'm a planner. This has everything laid out. You have your campus location here on the left. You have Tuesdays from 6 to 10 p.m. For our students that will be starting in the January term, they'll start January 5th, and then you have down below on the right here, after you've fulfilled all your courses, you already have your last course date here. So that would be June 20th of 2023. I mentioned those waivers. If you look at the schedule here for your business summer of 2021 term, for example, say you were waived from your math foundation course in your business statistics, you would have a gap here. So we could either bump your schedule up, your graduation date up, or if you don't have your full 60 credits coming into our program, you can fulfill some of those additional credits within those terms or double up in our program if needed. So this is just an example of the courses that you will be taking within the Bachelor's of Science in Business program and how your schedule will work. It can be overwhelming sometimes as far as scheduling courses, making sure you're enrolled in the right class. If you have those additional credits to obtain, you will have a point of contact. We have our student success team, which you'll have a counselor designated to help you not only enroll in your classes, but making sure that you are enrolling in the correct courses and keep you on track to graduate. So we do offer our 30% tuition scholarship discount for our California Community College transfers. So approximately the program will cost around $29,000 compared to the $41,000, which everyone else is paying. Here is an example of our course waivers. Depending on how many course waivers you do have, if you have those 4 classes that you can get waived, it's approximately $22,000 for our program, which is comparable to other institutions. Here are just some examples of how to pay for school. We will help you if you want to apply for financial aid and see how much that's going to cost. There's a free application. If your employer has tuition reimbursements, that's another option. Scholarships, grants, and then we also offer military and GI benefits. We do have a point of contact that we will connect you with so that you can look into your benefits as far as military and GI benefits. So why the University of Redlands? We have small class sizes. Again, I'm going back to that networking opportunity with not only alumni, but with your colleagues in your class in those diverse industries of students that come into our program. Your classes are guaranteed, so you are going to stay on track. It takes about 2.5 years to complete our program, between 2 to 2.5, depending on your waivers and how many credits that you do transfer. Our application is for free, and we do assist with your transcripts. So if you need assistance with that, we can help you with that. Our 30% partnership discount, free parking, the 1 night a week so that you can still manage your professional and your personal life and still fulfill your educational goals. And then I also forgot to mention, it is a pathway to our grad program. If you decide to move forward after you've completed your degree, you can enroll in the MBA program, which you will receive an alumni discount. And those waivers, statistics, economics, and accounting, those are our foundation courses. So since you've already taken those and fulfilled that in your undergrad degree, you will not have to take those courses in our MBA program. All of our grad programs are less than it's less than 2 years. So you can potentially obtain your undergrad and a grad degree in 4 to 5 years. And that's it for me. Here's my contact information. I am available to meet via WebEx. I have open times Tuesdays 3 to 5 and on Thursdays from 11 to 1 p.m. So if you ever want to just drop in and chat, if you have any questions, you also have my email address and my phone number. Thank you.
Thanks, Leanne. Good morning. My name is Kylie Mulder. I'm the Associate Director of Transfer Recruitment at the University of Redlands. As Leanne shared, I represent our College of Arts and Sciences, our 40+ programs. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and pull up our PowerPoint. So similar to School of Business, we still share the same mission, and that's to educate both minds and hearts. And so we'll talk a little bit about how our students are fulfilling that mission while at the University of Redlands. So in the College of Arts and Sciences, we are still considered a small school. We have just about 2,400 undergraduates, being in a small class setting as well. All of our classes outside of a pandemic are taught in person on campus, and typically between the hours of 8 and 3. So a very traditional setting. Our average class size is about 18, and our student to faculty ratio is 13 to 1. So you certainly get to know other students as well as your faculty members. We are a residential campus. Actually, over 70% of our students live on campus for all years that they attend the U of R. You don't necessarily have to, but we do have housing that's guaranteed for all of our students under the age of 23. We really emphasize a global perspective, and that comes through study abroad or through study away. Close to 50% of our students will take that opportunity to study abroad. Study away is the office that actually houses the abroad trips, but also trips that stay within the states. So thinking if you're a pre-law student, you might actually have an opportunity to spend a semester in DC. So it's a really great opportunity to educate yourself outside of the University of Redlands. Something that we really pride ourselves in is outstanding service. That really is the heart, I think, of our mission, is that we were founded in 1907, and I think those who founded the institution understood that with higher education comes power. And so no matter the setting that you're in, is having a mentality of giving back, making decisions that are just and social. And so part of that is we do require students to have community service in order to graduate from the university. But I think that really draws a specific type of student to our school, who I think is really other-minded focused. And there's lots of ways to plug in to campus through clubs and organizations. We have over 120 different clubs and organizations to join, whether it just be based off of sort of your general interests. So outdoor programs, maybe you're passionate about dance, you can be a part of our dance company, or something that might be more related to your major. So something like the Accounting Society. Sounds thrilling, but they actually give free taxes during tax season to all of our students, staff, and faculty. Educating the mind, that's going to come through your classroom setting. Many of you who are fulfilling your general education requirements, prerequisites for your major, you're essentially doing what you would have done if you enrolled at the university as an entering freshman. That's sort of the breadth of your education, all of those general ed pieces. The depth is really going to come from your major. And something that I really like to point out, and a benefit of applying to a place like the University of Redlands, is that one, we don't actually admit students based upon major. And two, let's say you are a biology major, but you're really passionate about religious studies. You're not bound to just that one area that you've declared in. You actually can still explore all of the different programs on campus. And that's actually something we really encourage our students to do. Being a liberal arts institution, it's just a fancy term of being a very well-rounded student by the time that you graduate. So part of that is an interdisciplinary approach. We know that all things are sort of connected and related in subjects, and so we want you to explore our curriculum. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that all of our students are critical thinkers, readers, and writers. These are essential skills, whether you graduate and go on to your first sort of profession, or maybe you're going into graduate school. So that's something that we really stress. I think a lot of our students are surprised by how much they write at the university, even our science-related majors, but it is a good, challenging place to be. As Leanne shared, we, as the College of Arts and Sciences, house over 40 different programs of study. Our most popular majors for transfer students is communication sciences and disorders. Essentially, that's speech pathology and audiology. We also have a graduate program in communication sciences and disorders. Business, and this is where a lot of times Leanne and my world sort of come together, is that we do offer business administration as well as a global business program within the College of Arts and Sciences, but again, in that traditional setting, but it is still very popular for our transfer students. And then education. So if you're thinking that you might want to teach K through 6, you would maybe be a liberal studies major at the institution, or if you're wanting to teach a single subject, many times students will then focus on that subject. So things like English or math or science related fields. We do have 2 programs that are quite unique to the university. One is the Johnston Center for Integrative Studies. This program actually allows students to create and shape their own major. So they aren't actually following a catalog that says XYZ equals your degree. You're really driving that. You're looking at our course catalog and pulling things to really create and shape something that you're passionate about. Students who are in the Johnston Center also receive written evaluations, not letter grades. So it's also an alternative style of learning. If you're interested in the Johnston Center, you do actually have to apply into that program. And it's one of the programs that I recommend students connecting with their directors prior to actually going through the application process, just to make sure it's a good fit for you. The other unique program that we offer is our School of Music. It is a conservatory approach. So you think of conservatories, places like Juilliard, where you're just going to study music or dance. Our School of Music does require students to take just a little bit of general education, and then they're really on a music track. So kind of aiding to really just focusing on your major. That is a degree that you have to apply for, and you also have to audition for, but it's a phenomenal program. We have the second oldest accredited School of Music in the state of California. Something that I think is really important for transfer students, and I think top 2 questions we get is, will my credits transfer, and how much money will your school give me in regards to financial aid? I think those are the 2 hot topics for transfers, and rightfully so. So like our kind of peer institutions, La Sierra talked about associate degrees to transfer. This is something that I think really has broken down some barriers and walls for students to really start thinking outside of public institutions. A lot of times we think private colleges are too expensive, or you're not going to accept my credits, and that's not necessarily the case. So we currently accept students who've been GE certified through the IGETC or the CSU GE Breadth pattern. So really eliminating our general education requirements and really focusing on your major once you do transfer. If you're a student who's not really focused on meeting 60 units, you're not really interested in completing the IGETC or the CSU GE Breadth, you can visit our transfer equivalency portal through our registrar's office and learn about our liberal art inquiries. These are general education requirements, and you can pull up MSJC. We have a guideline, and you can see which courses would transfer and meet our general education requirements. We do max students out at the community college with 66 units. That's the maximum that you can transfer in. I sometimes have students who will fight me on that, and I think and kind of share with them, hey, this is actually for your benefit. We don't want you to run out of financial aid. On average, it should only take our students 2 years to graduate who come in at junior standing. So we don't want you to lose out on that aid. So if we had you transfer in with more than 66 units, you'd be considered a senior. So we don't want you to lose out on financial aid. And then all of our courses, C or better is what is transferable, as well as college level. And then you can see on the right-hand side, these are the associate degrees for transfers that we currently accept. This is a growing list. Each department on our campus really reviews that and either opts in or out of accepting an associate degree to transfer. So if you're earning an associate degree to transfer and you don't see that major on the list, it doesn't mean that it might not be something that's approved in the future. Really briefly, I think what's most important in the application process is that we do accept students twice a year. We're on the semester system, so students can apply for fall and they can also apply for spring. So we are currently reviewing applications for our spring 2021 semester. We call our deadlines priority deadlines. So if the deadline comes up, which our spring one just passed on Sunday, it doesn't mean that the door is closed. If we still have space available, we will continue to accept applications and all of your documents up until the time that we no longer have space to review for that semester. We also have students apply the semester prior to the time that they would enroll. So a little bit different from some other institutions, but part of that is in your favor. We want to see your most recent grades. Obviously, we can't see work that's in progress, but if you are applying for fall 2021, we do want to see your fall 2020 grades. You can read kind of the requirements that we have. We do a holistic review of our applicants. So that's why you might see some additional items like a letter of recommendation. We call it an academic evaluation. It should come from a professor who's taught you during your time at MSJC. And we do require all official transcripts from all schools, including high school that you've attended. Financial aid, again, I think one of the biggest components of deciding, I would say, to attend a school, but not necessarily to apply to a school. And I think La Sierra really shared the importance of what we might call a sticker price versus what your true cost of attendance is. So you can see what our cost of attendance is. It looks very high. We're a private institution. We're not funded by the state, but that certainly is not what our students are paying for. 90% of our students receive some type of financial aid. We are a FAFSA-based institution, and we recommend that all students submit that document in order to see if you qualify for state aid, federal aid, as well as our own institutional grants. We offer scholarships for transfer students based upon academic performance. So those we call merit scholarships. Transfer students with a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA will earn a minimum of a $10,000 scholarship ranging to $21,000. $21,000 typically going to that student who is very high achieving, thinking 3.5 or higher GPAs. And you can see that the average financial aid award for a transfer student is $35,856. Something that I'd like to highlight is that transition piece of being at your community college and transitioning into a four-year institution. We have an entire team that's dedicated to the success of our transfer students. I'm a member of it, so I'm sort of point A in the admissions process. And then we have students on campus within student affairs who really walk you through these next 2 years or 3 years that you're at the institution. So it's a transfer student success team. They do events all throughout the school year, really kicking things off at new student orientation. You can see sort of this calendar of events. Very different this year, having to host things virtually, but there was a virtual paint night last month. So really fun things to really get plugged in and have the same commonality as the other students in that program. All of our transfer students are paired with a peer mentor. We have 3 transfer peer mentors, all young ladies who had transferred in themselves. So really knowing kind of your process as a student and what it's like to transition into University of Redlands. Here's my contact information. We are taking appointments virtually through WebEx or Zoom. I have a calendar if I can certainly provide that to the Transfer Center at MSJC, and you can see the dates and times that I'm available for each semester. So thank you for sitting through yet again another Zoom presentation, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to another colleague.
Stacy, you're muted, just so you know.
Hi there. Now I'm really here. Thank you. My name is Stacy, and I am the relationship manager with Bellevue University. These are a lot of the questions that I get when I meet with students, so I'm going to go over them with you in brief, and then I can talk with you more in depth if you'd like to contact me. My contact information is here. Normally, my office is on the MSJC campus at Menifee, but like most of us, I'm working from home. So Bellevue University was established in 1966, and we have been offering online degree programs since 1996. We are a mid-sized school with over 12,000 students all over the world. I am part of our Premier Partnership Network, and I have many colleagues that work with other community colleges across the globe or across the nation. So we partnered with community colleges to help their students transfer their associate degree toward their bachelor's degree. With our flexible online programs, you can earn your bachelor's degree without ever having to leave your community. And I will help ensure that your transfer is as smooth as possible. All right, so I really work with you to make sure that you transfer as many units as possible. Many universities do limit the amount of units you can transfer in for various reasons. We actually maximize, and most of my students transfer in with 78 units or more towards their bachelor degree. So we have a variety of different programs in different categories, and we are a good pathway for many of you from your associate degree to your bachelor's. But what if you want to change pathways, diversify your knowledge, increase your career options? We can help you there too, with many cohort options that have no specific prerequisites. And most of our programs take anywhere from 18 to 24 months, depending on the program and format. So what are those formats? We have our traditional model, which is much like what you've been doing at MSJC. You sign up for classes every term, and you work towards your degree program. This is a good option for students who want to spend more time with their courses and with the content. This is also a good fit for students who would like a part-time option. We also have a cohort model, and this is offered for many of our undergraduate and graduate programs. And most take just one course at a time. You register for all your courses up front and then move through them step by step, focusing on a single subject for 6 weeks. You are considered a full-time student. It is our most popular learning format for busy working adults and those who need flexibility in their schedules. Now, our IT-related programs are a little different. They typically take 2 courses at a time over a 9-week period instead of 6. And this year, we are launching a new format to combine the best of both options. We're introducing connected learning. And for this, you would Zoom into a class 1 day a week at a designated time, and the rest of the work is done online on your own schedule. This format is great for students who enjoy the real-time interaction of classroom presentations, projects, debate, and discussion that is typically experienced in on-campus classes, but also want the flexibility afforded by online learning. Since it is a new format, we are offering it in our most popular programs, being behavioral science, business, criminal justice, healthcare management, health studies, and security management. And it's also being offered at a promotional price this year only, and I'll get to that in a minute. So we all know you can Google most of the answers, right? Well, that is not what you want from your education. You want to be able to put the answer that you know into practice. You want to be able to create actions and deliver real results for your employer. So doing this takes skills, and not just any skills. We often hear students say, something I learned in class last week, I was able to utilize on the job this week. And that's what we want to hear, because our focus is to provide students with an education that is relevant. It's real learning for real life. First, the content of our learning is real. It is curriculum created by subject matter experts and faculty that are practitioners. It is a practical applications-based degree. In other words, you won't focus on theory or historical basis of that subject, but instead you'll be asked to do such things as create a profit and loss statement for your department and analyze it, or examine a competitor's market campaign and determine their strategy towards millennials. So we know you have many priorities. School usually comes somewhere after family, work, and sometimes even your social life. You can't stop your life and go back to school. And sometimes you have to change your schedule, take the kids to appointments, work more hours, take a vacation. Sometimes the only constant is that plans will change. With our flexible programs, you can learn when you have the time available and wherever you are. So here's how it works for most of our cohort programs. Traditional pathways can vary a little bit, so it is important to work with me and to get all of your credits evaluated to see what we can bring in. Every student's path is personal and unique, and you may have college credits and not a degree, or training that could qualify for credit, or have an associate's degree. And that an associate degree from an accredited school will cover all of your general education requirements. And then your credits from another school or workforce training may be able to cover some of your electives. So that is something we will meet and discuss and make sure we transfer as many credits as possible so that your degree completion may be closer than you think. A vital component of your educational journey is financing your degree. We hope that you'll view your financial commitment to your education as an investment and not just an expense. This investment will open many opportunities, and it is the best investment you can make. And for many, it's more affordable than you think. So Our current tuition rates for the 2021 school year, our current rate is $425 per credit hour. And I mentioned that promotional price for our connected learning programs is $250 per credit hour. We also have fees. There is an application fee, but for our partner schools, we actually waive that. So you would not be paying that. A general college term fee. So all of our fees are in one. You won't have a long list of different fees. It is $225 per term. So my students usually only need between 30 and 49 credit hours, which makes their entire programs, not yearly costs, but their entire programs generally less than $24,000 to complete their bachelor's degree. And that is before any financial aid is in the picture. So work with me to determine the cost for your program and situation. You can transfer the 60 units, but you may be able to transfer a lot more than that. And so that way we can keep your degree costs manageable. We do have a graduation fee of $100. Your financing options, here are many of the ones that our students use. I will always encourage you to fill out FAFSA, because even if you don't believe that you will qualify for anything, most students do qualify for some form of financial aid, and why not see what you would be offered? Okay. Any and all students, online, in class, near or far, sometimes need support. We have resources for all. This is a list of many of our resources, and these are available to our students on site or online. Throughout your time at Bellevue University, you will be assigned a student coach to help you understand your remaining degree requirements, assist you with registration, and guide you to available resources. These coaches are proactive at reaching out and asking you what you may need, asking what challenges you have, and helping you find solutions. They are often your biggest cheerleader every step of the way. You'll have a team of support, starting with me, to your student coach, to faculty and library staff, all here to assist you and all focused on helping you complete your goal. Military students, are you active or a veteran? Unlike other military veteran service centers in the country, we serve all military, whether you're a Bellevue student or not. We accept all forms of military benefits and also offer military-specific career counseling, mentoring and tutoring, housing assistance, and a dedicated vet services team to guide you through VA educational benefits and financial aid. And if you find yourself far from our campus, you're never too far away from your partners and resources at the MVSC, who are standing right behind you every step of the way. The final challenge, one that stops many from embarking on this journey, is the perceived overwhelming enrollment process. Well, let's talk about what to expect. We can meet for an advisory session, which usually lasts about 30 minutes, where we will discuss expectations. You have them, so do we. How much time per week will it take? What does the course structure look like? What do I need? We can answer those questions here. Time commitments, not only short term, but for the duration of your program. Up front, you will know the estimated time frame to complete your goals. Fears and assumptions. What if I'm a bad test taker? I haven't written a paper in a long time. We'll ask probing questions and ease your anxieties. Goals. Where do you want to be and with what skills? What specialize in learning that prepares you for real life? So real life case studies, not theory-based learning. We will talk about the career you want and discuss how to get you there. And you will complete an academic readiness assessment, which will provide you with resources to help you along the way. After we talk, if you decide we would be a good fit for you, you begin the 3 steps of the admission process by completing an application, getting all your official transcripts sent in from your previous coursework, and getting your financing options arranged, such as adding Bellevue University to FAFSA or getting your employees' tuition assistance paperwork completed. We have an open enrollment format, so we take applications throughout the year, and we have programs that start monthly, depending on which program it is. It could be monthly or each semester. You do not have to worry about your ACT or SAT scores, which I don't think anyone does this year anyways. And if you have the desire to drive, then we are the school you're looking for. I will work with you to make sure you complete each step at the right time and get everything to the right place. So, accreditation. Accreditation is a big deal. If you choose Bellevue University or not, please make sure to verify accreditation for any school. Did you know there are actually 6 regional accrediting organizations across the country? Here's where they are. In California, you hear a lot about WASC accreditation. WASC is for schools in California and the Pacific Islands. Harvard is accredited by a different regional accrediting body, and so are we. We're accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, which oversees accreditation for schools in 19 states across the center of the country. And we're in good company. These are some of the other schools that also have the Higher Learning Commission for their accreditation. So if you're ready to explore your options, contact me by email, call, or use my portal page on MSJC's out-of-state school listings. Let's see where we can get you, for how much, and how quickly you can reach your goals. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Torian Huntley from Azusa Pacific University, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So Azusa Pacific University is a private Christian school located in Azusa, California, along the foothills of the San Gabriel Valley. It's 20 minutes outside of Pasadena. We welcome nearly 400 transfer students yearly. And Azusa was founded in 1899 as a training school for Christian workers. Since then, we have stayed true to our motto of God first. You'll see that motto all throughout APU's campus, but more importantly, you'll see that in our 4 cornerstones. So our cornerstone of Christ, our students will attend chapel 3 times a week with 6 different options. Our students will take Bible classes, and it depends on how many units you will transfer in. So you can take between 9 to 18 units of Bible classes. Through our cornerstone of scholarship. So for our students at APU, we have 68 bachelor programs, 49 master's programs, and 8 doctoral programs. We have an 11-to-1 student to professor ratio, with our average classroom size for our traditional undergrad for about 19 students. APU is a Research 2 institution. This is a distinct honor, and only us and one other Christian institution have this distinct honor. The Research 2 institution simply just means APU has been recognized for its high level of research activity as one of the nation's most prestigious academic communities, focusing on teaching and developing research inspired by the needs of the world and informed by faith. Our students will also complete 15 service credit hours a semester. And we want to make sure that our students are getting involved in their communities, and that can be done and satisfied in many different ways. So you'll often hear us say that we're building and equipping difference makers. One of the main reasons that I chose APU, as I am an alum as well, is APU's community. APU is a university that is intentional to foster a sense of community for students through social, academic clubs, leadership programs, discipleship groups, On and off-campus events such as dances, hikes, camping trips, study abroad opportunities. We have over 19 different athletic varsity sports. We are Division II NCAA. And we have programs like Gen 1 Scholars for our first generation students and many, many more opportunities. If you would like to know more information, we do have some virtual options for students to attend. So I will put more information in the chat regarding that. APU is extremely transfer friendly. So at APU, you essentially transfer when you are ready to. There is no minimum unit requirement. For our traditional undergrad programs, the GPA requirement is just a 2.2 cumulative GPA. So you'll see at some other institutions or even probably some state schools, some may require you to have 60 units. So at APU, you can transfer in as little as one college class all the way to 70 or 90 possible like college units. So we do have a variety of different transfer options. My colleague Sophie will be talking about some of our regional and professional programs, but some of our top majors for our transfer students at our main Azusa campus is communication studies, kinesiology, criminal justice, psychology, and allied health. So I do want to make mention of our transfer scholarships. So as I mentioned, we are extremely transfer friendly. So we do have scholarships that range from $10,000 all the way to $21,000 a year. So that is awarded to students at the time that they transfer into APU. There's not anything additional that students will have to do in order to qualify, but just submit their application online. So 100% of the students will receive a transfer scholarship. There are also additional forms of aid available. Just want to make sure that students complete their FAFSA application online to qualify for federal, state, and institutional grants. But again, just wanted to highlight our transfer scholarships. Wanted to also make sure that this is just for our students that are for our traditional undergraduate programs at our main Azusa campus. So some next steps for our students is to complete your application online. So you can apply at apu.edu/apply. You can use the application fee waiver. So for all students that are attending today, you can use the MSJC 20 to have your application waived. You can send in your unofficial transcripts for your admissions decision. We do have virtual transfer to APU events twice a month. So I included that link on the PowerPoint right there. Our next event is coming up on November the 9th. Feel free to contact us. So you can contact our main admissions office at 626-812-3016, or even send us an email at ugadmissions@apu.edu. Our admissions office is open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. At this time, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Sophie.
Thank you so much. Give me one moment. All right. So again, my name is Sophie. I will be speaking about our Marietta Regional Campus, a little bit about our regional campus experience, and then I'll briefly touch on our online programs. So some of you might be familiar with our Marietta campus. It's kind of located right where the 15 and the 215 meet. So if you're familiar with that area, you may have seen our campus. Here at APU, we have over 10,000 students enrolled. That includes our traditional undergrad students, our master students, and our doctoral students. And so specifically, we have a 10-to-1 graduate student to faculty ratio. So if small class sizes are important to you and a little bit extra one-on-one time with professors is important to you, that's something that APU is really proud of. We have small class sizes and things like that. All right, one really unique part about APU is that we have 7 campuses located throughout Southern California. We have our main campus in Azusa, which is what Torian was talking about. We have our Marietta Regional Campus, but we also have campuses in Monrovia, Inland Empire, San Diego, Orange County, and High Desert. So the best part about that is if you are enrolled in one program at one of our regional campuses and you end up having to move to a different area of Southern California, if there's a regional campus close to you and if that regional campus also offers that same program, the transition is really easy. You can continue taking classes in person and continue being enrolled at APU even though you've moved to a different area. Our programs are geared for the adult student. So we took these questions into consideration when creating our graduate and professional programs at our regional campuses. Are you looking for programs designed with the adult learner in mind? Do you have family and career commitments you can't neglect? And do you want to balance professional and personal needs? So a lot of our students at the regional campuses are either they might be working full-time or they have obligations that during the day that doesn't allow them to attend school in a traditional setting. So that's why all of our classes are offered in the evenings. And also we don't have classes on Fridays or the weekends. So this is a list of all of the programs that we offer at APU Marietta. Our bachelor's completion programs or professional programs include business administration, psychology, criminal justice, and digital media and communications. But we also offer master's programs at this campus. We have our master's in business, and then we also have master's degrees in the School of Education, including educational counseling, school psychology, a master's in teaching, and teaching credentials. So specifically for our professional programs, that's our bachelor's completion programs. We have 6 start terms per year. Our next start term is going to be Spring 1, which begins January 11th, 2021, and we're still accepting students for those. And if you're interested in applying, I also want to highlight our application fee waiver code that will waive your $45 application fee. Some things to know for our professional programs and actually our master's programs as well is that our classes are 8 weeks long. So it's a little bit accelerated. A full-time student would typically take about 2 classes every 8 weeks. For the professional programs, our classes are from 6 to 10 p.m., 1 evening per week per class. The time is a little bit different for some of our other master's programs, but still in the evenings. For our professional programs, we require 15 transferable units, but we can accept up to 70 units from a community college and up to 90 units from a 4-year university, so 90 units total. We also accept military credits. We require, like I said, 15 transferable units, but a 2.0 cumulative GPA from all of the schools that you've attended. I also want to touch on our online programs. APU not only offers classes, majors completely in person, but we also offer programs completely online. So if you're unable to attend any of our regional campuses, our physical campuses, an online degree might be a good place to look. We offer bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and even doctoral programs completely online. I also want to mention that APU is proud to be a military-friendly school. We have a yellow ribbon program, and we also accept military benefits. The director of our Office of Military and Veteran Services says, "I want to enhance our military and veteran services to the level of a 5-star hotel, with every military-connected and veteran student experiencing the highest level of service in every phase of the educational process." So that includes all the way from the admissions process, kind of figuring out how to use your benefits through your time at APU. We have our Military and Veteran Education Benefits Department that will answer any questions that you have about your benefits, about them being accepted, those kinds of things. And then the OMVS is kind of our services for students that are already enrolled at APU. Our resources include the Career Center, the Academic Success Center, the Writing Center. We have academic advising for every single student. And so some of you might be returning to school after a significant period of time. And so those are some ways we try to serve our students. We also have a student community for our military students. We have the Veterans Club, we have the Veterans Lounge, and then we also want to support our students through spiritual life. We have Campus Ministry and Soul Quest. And so if you have any other questions about the resources that we offer our students, you can refer to the website below. I also want to briefly mention that we are having a virtual APU fair. So that is on Thursday, November 19th, and it's from 3 to 7 p.m. It's a virtual event, and it's just an opportunity for students to learn about any of our programs, whether you're an undergraduate student, if you're interested in a master's program or a doctoral program, even if you know someone who might be in as a high school senior and they're wanting to learn about one of our undergraduate programs, this would be a great event for them to attend. It's kind of anywhere in between that time. So you can RSVP for that event using this QR code, and you'll get to have an individual meeting with a representative about the program you're interested in. This is the contact information for our Murrieta campus. Our phone number is here, our email is here, but a great way to get to know us as a campus, as a Murrieta campus, is through our Instagram and Facebook. We are posting on there. Just take a look at that. Feel free to contact us through those methods as well. And that's all I have. Again, this was Sophie with APU at the Murrieta campus. Thank you.
I believe Brandman is next. Do we have Brandman here?
It doesn't look like Brandman is here. I'm happy to go next if you want me to go ahead.
Yes, let's go ahead. I was just going to check. Okay, yeah.
We're next. So can you give me co-host duties so I can share?
Yes, I believe is it not allowing you? There it goes.
Well, let's see. Yes, it is allowing me. Thank you very much. All right, I'll do that in just a moment. All right, well, hello, everyone. I'm Kelly. I'm from FITM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. And first of all, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to talk a little bit about the college and just give you a little bit of information. We are a 4-year applied art college. So our purpose in education is really to help streamline students into the fashion and clothing business and industry, or the film and television industry. So it is definitely a more of a creative route. However, that could incorporate business as well as design. So our students will come into FITM wanting to be a fashion designer or a footwear designer, possibly going into menswear or costume for film and TV. They may come in with an idea of becoming a product developer or maybe a manufacturer of clothing or products. We also have students who want to come in to graphic design and marketing skills through graphics and motion graphics. We have students who want to experience full film school. So our digital cinema major will allow them to do that. So it goes through post-production, production, cinematography, screenwriting, and so forth. And so a little bit unique, kind of a specialty college here on the West Coast. Our main campus is in Los Angeles, and it really is where, you know, the powerhouse of our education is performed. We have about 1,200 internships every year that students are able to access as long as they have a 3.0 going into their second year, and a very strong connection to the industries that we educate for. What I thought I would do is just take a very quick jump into our website so that people are familiar with it, and then at least show how to navigate it. And I'll talk a little bit about admissions and a little bit about some scholarships. All right. So our fidm.edu website here has a, let me see, I kind of want to show you, let me just check here. Sorry about that. Real quick, I want to show you this video. It's about a minute long, and I think it's very inspirational. So let's take a listen.
FIDM to me means creative opportunity and success.
Like, I can look at a brand or a company, I can decipher their advertisements. That's a gift that FIDM gave to me. I use a design ethos for products, for people, to everyday life. It's like, okay, I'm a fashion designer, I'm a designer of life.
FIDM gives us the tools to step into the industry and be well-rounded, and we have that passion, but now we have all the tools to take it to the next level. I love how unique I feel, but also in a community and how we can come together and create.
I've made lifelong friends here.
Definitely feel a sense of community and love here and acceptance.
Now that I'm here, I feel like I belong here.
It's just really inspiring and very unique. I don't really feel like there's another place like it.
So as we go into the website, I like to show just a couple of things that I think are important to investigate a little bit, and that begins with the majors. I do think that students come in maybe with not a clear picture of what going into a creative college looks like. So our majors range from very, very creative to very business oriented. All of the majors, though, will start with an AA. So a student will spend the first 2 years very heavily in their industry education. So if they want to go into film and digital media, for instance, 70% of their classes are going to be very much in that major. All right. Once they complete the AA, they can apply for a third year advanced study year, their junior year, or they can just jump right into and apply for their bachelor program. So to finish off with their bachelor's or continue on and finish with an MBA. That's kind of up to the student and what their goals are for their life and their career. The thing that I like to show, though, is regardless of which major you're thinking of and checking out, as soon as you click on that particular square, it's going to take you a little bit deeper into the knowledge of that major. You can watch videos that are posted about that particular major and students in the major. You can select the facts square, and it will tell you what are your courses, what classes are you going to be taking, what are the books and supplies that accompany those courses that are all included in the tuition. Or you can click on the experience, where you're really going to see, what are the graduates doing out there in the field? What are some of the career opportunities of that particular major? What are the study abroad tours like? What does it mean to study, for instance, digital media? I always like to select the career opportunities because sometimes students don't know what all the job titles are, even if you have that particular major and skill. So exploring the majors, I feel, is kind of the first step of the journey. There is a host of them here. And like I said, they range from very creative, fashion design, costume design, to very business, which is really learning, the business of denim or manufacturing or the beauty industry, business and marketing. And then we also have what we call digital marketing. This is our social media degree, one of a few colleges across the nation that have a 4-year degree in social media. Admissions is another drop-down menu that I would highly suggest a student follow. And it really goes into some of the events we have for admissions, as well as what's the process. How do I apply? What is housing like? What is financial aid like? What if I go to a community college first? How can I transfer? All of that information is here. Basically, the application process for FIDM is a little different, a little unique, and it really is starting with sitting down with admissions, just having a chat about what the student's goal is, and can we as a college help them achieve that goal. From there, if a student is then proceeding on to the application process, it really is looking at transcripts. It is providing 2 references, a short essay that a student writes about their goals in this industry or what they see themselves doing with this major. And then depending on whether they're going for a design degree or a business degree, things can vary. Any student applying for a design degree should be able to provide 8 to 12 pieces of anything creative they've done. Sketching, painting, sculpture, recreated your room, remade a jacket, did a collage, took a photograph, whatever that is, 8 to 12 pieces of how that student expresses themselves creatively. If a student is applying in a business major, it's really just it's an additional essay driven by really focusing and highlighting on a company in the industry that they admire, what they know about that company, and just kind of telling us a little bit about how they, I guess, view the fashion industry or that particular company. So that is the admissions package that is then presented to the admissions advisor, and things go from there. I'm not sure how much longer I have, but I do want to talk quickly about scholarships. And one of the things that we really, really encourage students in high school to do, and now we encourage in college as well, is to run a FIDM fashion club. So we have several college FIDM fashion clubs, and we have several hundred high school fashion clubs across the world. And of course, it's a time where people, like-minded people, can sort of come together and do things and projects and so forth. But it's a scholarship opportunity as well. Anybody running a FIDM Fashion Club as the president or co-president, whether they're in a community college with intent to transfer to FIDM, or whether they're in high school intending to go directly into FIDM, they will receive an automatic $10,000 a year scholarship just for having run the club. It's renewable for up to 4 years, so $40,000 for simply having run the club. But in our financial aid section of our website, there are also a nice long list of multiple scholarships that we encourage students to check out. It's amazing how few students actually will apply for a scholarship. So I always encourage students, go for it. You just really don't know. You have no idea how successful you might be. So the scholarships, encouraging that. And I think our upcoming events, let me show you very quickly just a few things that we have. I think students who are beginning right now to investigate colleges should try and at least jump on board some of the virtual events they're having. At least that can give a little bit of a picture of whether you can see yourself on this campus or not. But some of the events that we have coming up, we have a one-on-one college and career planning sessions all this week where students can register and just kind of get help in planning and plotting their future. On this Saturday, we have our virtual FIDM Fashion Club Day. And this is just a great day to just be creative, get involved with other students from around the world, actually. You don't have to be in a FIDM Fashion Club. You just have to know about it, I guess. So anyone can register and join us on that day. And then next week, we have a virtual admissions session. Very simple to just register for these. I always encourage students to keep an eye on our events because we have a lot of other industry panel events that come up. And one of our special days, December 10th, we're going to be showing our virtual debut runway show. For those who are familiar with FIDM, may know that each year our advanced fashion students do create a line and show it on a professional runway. It's televised in Los Angeles, and it's a great event. 2 weeks before we had it this year, of course, COVID shut us down. So now we're trying to show it virtually and at least give the student work its venue. So that's another place that I would encourage students to check out and register for. Other than that, I do like to let people know that if they do want information, the URL behind me is the most effective way for that to happen. I also like to put in the chat a link that a student can click on, and it's a live link. I'll just stick it in there just for reference here. And it is a way that students can then get connected and to all the resources that FIDM has. If you have any questions, my email is kpudgel@fidm.edu. You see it on the screen there, and you are certainly welcome to email me as well. And thank you very much, and I will pass the baton.
I don't think Grand Canyon is on the call. Is it Mark next?
Okay, so
yes, I will go next.
yes, Mark.
Okay, let me can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me wow, hold on a minute. Let me close out of this. Forgive me here. Having a little bit of issue. What are you seeing on the screen right now?
Accreditations.
Accreditations? Okay, I see. Okay, do you see National University?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe during these times. My name is Mark Francisco. I've been with National University approximately 7 years. I cover Territory 4. Territory 4 includes like 9 to 10 Western United States. National University was founded in San Diego in 1971. It began with the mission to serve working professionals for a career, to change disciplines and careers. It was founded by a retired Navy lieutenant commander who had workers that wanted to go to college. However, they didn't have the time. So that's how National University came about. We do have a 1-month format to accommodate working professionals and adult learners. It allows for students to focus on one subject area at a time, 1 class per month, and also it facilitates active duty and working professionals to achieve their educational goals. National University today, we have over 25,000 students, over 140,000 alumni. We do have a one course per month format, as said before, a flexible schedule. We have on-site pre-COVID. At this time, I believe all the campuses are closed down. We also have hybrid pre-COVID, and now we're online. Also have affordability and accessibility. We have over 20 locations in California and one in Henderson, Nevada. National University offers over 120 plus degree programs and 70 plus online. The programs include teaching and education, business and marketing, healthcare and nursing, social sciences and psychology, engineering and technology, criminal justice and law, arts and humanities, and science and math. We also have scholarships. We also have the associate degree for transfer pathways. As I said before, we do have accelerated pace. That's one of our hallmark. Our courses are one course per month. You're only allowed to take one course per month. However, if you have a 3.7 grade point average and want to take more than one course per month, you would actually have to petition the dean of that school to take more than one course per month. And upon the dean's blessing, you can take you can take 2 courses per month. In all my years at National University, it includes 7 as an employee and about 8 as a undergraduate and graduate student. I've only seen 2 individuals take 2 courses. And I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm sure it's achievable. However, it's a very strenuous, robust format. Okay, each course is 4 weeks long, 4.5 quarter units. You have open enrollment. You can enroll any month to start any month. You have associate's degree, 6 credit. With us, you don't need an associate degree to transfer, and you also don't need 60 credits to transfer. All you need is to meet the minimum grade point average for a program, which usually for undergraduate is a C, a 2.0. We also have no graduation or application fee. The format you got traditional on-site classes, which are pre-COVID. You would attend class 2 nights per week, either Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday from 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. The hybrid session, you attend 1 class 1 night per week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 5:30 to 10, and online asynchronous 24/7 for accessibility. And your accreditations, we are accredited by WASC, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, which pretty much accredit all public institutions in the Western United States and the Pacific. Our education programs were accredited by CTC, Commission on Teacher Credentialing, NCATE, National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education, our nursing program, CCNE, BRN, and the business program is IACBE, and engineering technology programs is ABET accreditation. As far as student services are concerned, National University offers math tutoring and writing center, computer labs and career center, a new library, source student portal, student concierge services, and a help desk. Points of contact. If you have any questions at all, 24/7, feel free to email me or call me. Again, 24/7. If you want to set up a Zoom meeting, we can also do that. And again, make sure you stay safe out there. And thank you for your time.
Do we have Southern Illinois? I believe we can move on to Cal Baptist.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I need for Mark to unshare his screen.
How do I unshare?
It clicked off. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Carrie Guzman. I am the Senior Admissions Counselor, one of them here at CBU Online. We are the division of the online division, obviously from our main campus, located here in Riverside. So I will get started. Usually we have an interactive audience, so I'm just going to kind of give you guys the answers as we go, just a couple of quick trivia questions. So next, so online and professional studies, trivia, what year was the Division of Online and Professional Studies formed? And that year we formed OPS, as we call it, the acronym for Online and Professional Studies, was 2012. So we've completely separated and run independently from our main campus in the admission process. So if anybody does have any questions about main campus, you can, I'll give you all my contact information at the end, and I can get you in touch with someone at our main campus, because we do have separate admission counselors for our main campus. So approximately how many programs just offered fully online at CBU? And we have 41 programs. 23 of those are bachelor's degrees, so most of the students will be seeking bachelor's at this point. And we do have close to 20 master's programs and 3 doctorate programs as well here at CBU Online. Serve. CBU is here to serve the student population through online with living the purpose. The whole model of the university is to help students live their purpose, and we are here to do that. And we have so many resources with students to help them with really direct communication with professors, and the admissions process is very hands-on as well too, as well as academic advising when students transition to their academic advisors after being enrolled here at CBU. We are a population of distant learners, and this map kind of shows you where the demographics are. We do serve students throughout the United States. We are definitely a military-friendly school as well. We do have a Veterans Benefits Department that handles all military benefits. So if anybody needs any information on that, you can feel free to contact me as well, and I can get you that contact information to get in touch with our VA's department directly. So as you can see, we do have students across the United States participating in the online courses, as well as you can see the map on the left side where the majority of the people are located in Southern California. California Baptist University is a very diverse population, and we have the graph showing the demographics. Obviously, from this graph at the point of this was from last year, 2019, the predominantly seekers of online students is a female population, with male population just small, falling behind. And our online students that are online we have 2857 that are traditional students, and you can see how the online division is very catching up with main campus student programs as well. All of our bachelor's programs are here showing you the graph of what we have. Marketing is the smallest population. We have English, public administration, graphic design, public health, human services, accounting, Christian ministries, sociology, liberal studies, early childhood business, psychology, and kinesiology are our biggest seeking studies here at CBU Online. We do offer our master's programs. One benefit from being a CBU graduate with an undergraduate degree is especially if you maintain a high GPA of a 3.0 or higher, you will auto admit into a master's program. So that will alleviate any steps of having to go through, personal statement, letters of recommendation. So that is one benefit if students want to continue their education here at CBU online. We do have 3 doctorate programs, and this kind of tells you the graph of the population of the doctorate programs, with public administration being the most popular, and business administration, and then organizational change in administration being 33%. We do have 58 is the graduation through fall 2010 through spring 2020. So we do have a high graduation rate with CBU Online. Our 85% graduation rate is what we are seeing right now currently. And decision making, we know that it's really hard, for students to decide, and we're here to help students through the process. We really try to work with students one-on-one when they are through the admission process. We try to work with students, especially with the community college, partnering with MSJC as well. We have our transferology on our CBU website, as well as our articulation agreement to show how we can partner with both MSJC as well as CBU Online to make out a plan and map out a plan for students to select the right courses to complete their bachelor's degree. The key decision-making factors. So the key decision-making factors to think of when wanting to choose CBU is that most students that transfer can complete their bachelor's in an average of 16 months. Master's degrees are about 12 months, and doctorate level degrees could be as little as 3 years. So obviously, most students will be transferring, obviously, to complete their bachelor's. And with transferring, we are a transfer-friendly school. We do offer a scholarship discount for MSJC students. So if students do attend full-time with CBU Online, they will get a 30% tuition discount and 10% if they attend part-time. Obviously, it's more advantageous to seek that 30% tuition discount. That is, if their student is a full-time, they will receive about $2,200 off each semester. Our programs are accelerated, and they will attend courses every 8 weeks. So 2 sessions will equal a semester. So the semester would cost about $5,500 per semester with that tuition discount. Again, we do take transfer students, but students are not limited on how many units they can transfer over. We have students that can transfer at any time. If students want to choose to receive their associates or IGETCs, they can transfer at that point and waive all of remaining general ed except with the exception of the English and our Christian studies. We only do require 2 Christian studies for our general education. And if students would like to transfer without completing their associates, they may transfer at any time. We would just need all high school transcripts if they have less than 60 units, along with the community college level units as well to transfer in. CBU is accredited. They're accredited by WASC as well as the Association of College Business School and Programs, and we've been ranked by U.S. News for number 42 for best online bachelor's and number 1 for MBA faculty credentials and training. So we do, on our accreditation page, we do list all of the rankings for all of our programs. They all are accredited, and they have marked significantly high ratings over the past few years. Another resource, another reason why to attend CBU is all online and professional studies students, OPS as we call them. CBU partners with main campus, and students are able to have full access to main campus like a traditional student. So the CBU community and access to resources. They have direct to campus, technology, educational resources, library, career services, alumni membership and activities. So they have full access to main campus. One benefit, 2 of the highest benefits I think are our gym, which hopefully will be able to be reopened fully at some point, everyone with the COVID campus is limited right now, but hopefully, in the spring of 2021 to see more campus opening a little bit wider. But you can use the Career Center. We have fully staffed Career Center to help with mock interviews, LinkedIn seminars. So very engaging activities for all students to participate in main campus as well too. Next steps. The next steps would be to submit an application online. We do not have an application fee. So application fee, we used to have an application fee, but we've done away with it earlier this year. So applying is free. We will get you in contact with an admissions counselor. You'll want to file financial aid documents, as well as your master promissory note and entrance counseling, and then complete any additional documents for admissions as well. If anybody has any questions or need helps with anything, feel free to give me a call. Here's my email and phone number, and we'd love to get in contact with you to give you any other information that you might need about our programs here at CBU Online. Thank you.